What is going on, Multiversers? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another starter/beginner combo guide for you. Today, I think we're going to be taking a look. I happen to spawn in as Cake, so that's actually who we're talking about. Today, we're going to be talking about Jake, or Cake if you had that unlocked from the battle pass. But we're going to be taking a look at some simple little combos and little follow-ups to some combos. So hopefully this finds you helpful. So let's begin. All right, first up is going to be the grounded side attack. Now this, I didn't discover this combo. It's just a thing that you can do. All right, anybody can do this. It's literally simple. All you have to do is whatever direction you're facing. So if you're facing right, you hold right, and then you tap the attack button 3 times. This attack is, of course, called Funky Junk. It's just a 3-hit little combo, and we will be utilizing this going forward for a few other combos, other possible follow-up attacks that you can use after this. But yes, make sure you get this down. It's not that difficult to get down, I promise. And if you picked up the game for the first time today, you could do this. You hold right if you're facing right, and press, if you're on PlayStation, it's square. Press square 3 times, and boom, you got a 3-hit combo. All right, now we start getting into some of the follow-ups, and this one is going to be, I'll call it a 4-hit combo, but it's not a true combo. I want to make that clear. Not a true combo. So it's a 3-hit combo with a follow-up option, and that would be Funky Junk into the splits. Now the splits, I believe, are the grounded down attack. So as you can see here, it's just you do the splits. So this one does only work at low percents. I need to point that out. So after the 3-hit Funky Junk, you will then have to read what your opponent is doing. So if your opponent doesn't dodge, too far to the right or too far to the left, or I guess technically too far up, this one is a follow-up attack. It's not a true 4-hit combo. It's just a follow-up potential. So just doing the splits, if your opponent isn't really paying attention and they let them hit you with the 3-hit attack, well, then you have this as a nice little follow-up to go. So yeah, just an option. All right, moving on to the next follow-up attack that you can use after your grounded side attack, where you use all 3 moves. So this one, we use the Funky Junk, and we can follow it up with a good old Stretchy Punch, one of Jake's best attacks. So you can use this, I will mention this, you can utilize this at low percent, you can utilize this at medium, and at high percentage. So if you try to do this at low percentage, you're going to need to be really quick with it, because your opponent might be a little too close to you, so they might be able to kind of dodge through this attack. But again, it does work if you're quick enough at low percent. But at medium percent, this definitely works due to the knockback of the 3rd hit for Funky Junk, and of course it works at high percentages as well. So if you use this and say your opponent's at 85-90%, somewhere around there, you can and will have a little bit of time to try to aim the Stretchy Punch, and depending on your positioning on the stage, this could possibly turn into a KO. Next possible follow-up attack here is going to be the Funky Junk, again, all 3 hits, and this one will go into Eat Spikes, which is going to be the charged grounded neutral attack here. So even if the opponent does try to dodge this attack, if they try to dodge through your hitbox of your attack, odds are this will still connect. Again, this will have to be lower, may be able to pull this off around middle percentage, but definitely lower percentage wise you could pull this one off. Again, just because of what do we want to say, the length of the hitbox, the duration of the hitbox, since it starts behind Jake and he's bringing it across in front of him, there's a good chance that you'll end up just catching the opponent altogether. So this is another pretty decent option to follow up with. So it might not be a true combo, a true 4-hit combo, I should say, but it is a 3-hit into a good follow-up that more than likely than not, again, depending on the percentage that your opponent is at, but more likely than not, this should connect and get you a little bit of extra damage. All right, another option to follow up Funky Junk, again, got to utilize all 3 attacks from Funky Junk, is going to be the Belly Bump. Now, Belly Bump is Jake's neutral air attack. So if you're on PlayStation, it's you jump and then you press square. Simple as that. So that's what his neutral air is. But again, all 3 attacks from Funky Junk into neutral air. So here's an important note for this one. This one will take a little bit of extra time to try to pull off, because when you do the 3 hits, you have to manually jump yourself and then be extremely quick on the square button to hit this neutral air attack. So this one will take a little bit of practice to get used to, maybe a little bit more practice than normal. So I guess this one might be a bit more intermediate instead of a beginner friendly, but it's still something that you could pull off with a little bit of practice. So myself, it did take me a little bit to get used to, but I can pull this off in matches. I can do this myself, and my Jake's only at like level 8 or level 9 or something, so I haven't played as him too much, but I can pull this one off in matches. So just practice with this, get the timing down a little bit, and you should be good. So that leads into a 5-hit combo. If you can get down the timing for belly bump here, if you can get the timing down from that last 4-hit sequence, we'll call it, because again, it's not a true combo, but if you can get the timing down from Funky Junk into belly bump, since we're in the air, we can then add our favorite move, Stretchy Punch. Now, depending on percentage-wise, this could be a combo. Like, say you pull this off at mid damage, and you're doing this on the edge of a stage. 3-hit combo from Funky Junk into neutral air, and if you knock them to the right and you're on the right side of the stage, well, then Stretchy Punch has a pretty decent chance to end up KOing the opponent. So, yes, definitely try the timing down for belly bump. And then once you get that down, then add in the Stretchy Punch. So when you're in the air with belly bump, you're still going to be in the air, so you're going to have to be quick again on the attack button. But if you want, I think my controller, I have it set up for stick as attack, so that will end up being the Stretchy Punch. So otherwise it's side square on PlayStation. But yes, get that 4-hit I keep saying combo, but if you get that 4-hit sequence down, then you should be able to eventually get this 5-hit sequence down as well, and probably pick up some pretty decent KOs with it as well. Now on to a different little 3-hit combo that got a couple different follow-ups here, would be his half pipe. Now his half pipe is his down air attack. Not down special, but down air. So he pulls out the skateboard, and well, if he hits the opponent, he will then bounce off of them and come back down on them again. So you don't have to, the only thing you have to do for this is input the attack and then stay above the character for this. So you can hit the opponent up to 3 different times with this. And if you can just stay above the opponent and you hit him that 3rd time, a bonus effect of the opponent being ignited will apply to this. Ignite means they're going to take a little extra damage over time, which is good. So if you take this, here's another fun fact. If you take this and you pair it up with the perk, I forget the name of it, hopefully I put it on screen. But if you put it with the perk where your opponent will take 1 extra damage if they get bounced off of a wall or the floor, this is going to rack up quite a bit of damage. Now, if you could pull off all 3 of these half pipes, your opponent's going to end up hitting the ground, I think, 3 times? So 3 times that they hit the ground, that's going to be 3 extra damage. Plus, if you hit it the 3 times, again, they become ignited, which will also inflict a little bit more damage. So you could take a simple little half pipe here and turn it into, like, I think you can get over like 30% damage, over 30% damage with just hitting the half pipe 3 times. It's kind of crazy. So play around with those perks. All right, so a nice little follow-up here to those 3 half-pipe hits will be the splits. Now, we use this in that first 3-hit combo with Funky Junk. This also works with the skateboard. So hit them all 3 times with the skateboard, they become ignited. Of course, use that perk where they hit the ground and you get a little bit more damage. But the cool thing is here, the splits should be pretty reliable that I've found. Maybe it takes a tiny bit of timing, but it should be pretty reliable. So hit the half pipe 3 times, hit them with the splits here, and it should work just due to the low knockback of that third half pipe hit. So yes, the split should most likely connect. And again, as a side note here, this one will only work at lower percentages maybe, maybe like mid-ish percent. Maybe you could pull this off around 30-35% if your opponent's at that. So I don't think, nothing above 60% for sure. That will not work. I think they'll fly a little too far, but this one, half pipe 3 times into the splits, should work pretty well. And another nice little follow-up here to the half pipe is, well, half pipe into the grounded up attack. You axed for it. So Jake here will end up charging an axe swing over his head. Now, I personally find this combo works really well. And you can use it, personally, I use it quite a bit because I find it pretty reliable. Now, this will work at low percent. This should work at mid percent. And if you charge it long enough, you might even be able to pull this off at higher percent. But again, you will need to charge this one. So half pipe 3 times, hit the opponent all 3 times, and then grounded up is the axe swing here. So again, depending on percentage, you might have to charge this attack a little bit more. But due to the, shall we say, I don't want to say the lingering hitbox, but due to the duration of the hitbox and the path that it follows, if your opponent is trying to dodge somehow, they're trying to dodge through you, trying to dodge away from you, trying to dodge above you possibly, this attack can still and should hit with relative ease. Again, got to read the percentage situation that your opponent's at, but this one is a pretty good, I like doing this one myself quite a bit. I think this is one that I find myself doing quite a bit as well. As a side note, if you wanted to do this with Funky Junk, the first 3-hit combo, grounded side attack, you could do grounded side attack, attack 1, 2, and then into up. So you don't do all 3 grounded side attacks. You just do the first 2 parts, and then you can go straight into up axe. That does work as well, but I don't think I had anything to show video-wise of it, but there's just one more thing for you guys to know. And I think that's pretty much all that I got for this one today. I am working on a couple more of these little tutorial guide videos. I guess I hope you guys are enjoying these. First 2 are doing pretty decently, so hopefully this one does as well. But yeah, that is it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed as always, and I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.